Greetings, Libra. Welcome to your divinely guided rune reading here for the week. As usual, we will pull a rune and get a tarot card. That's the word I was looking for, of clarity for each position, along with another rune of clarity for each position. And we'll get a oracle card here at the very end. This week is the Celtic Spirit Oracle deck for that. So stay tuned for that, Libra, at the very end. The tarot deck we work with is the Runic Tarot deck. So in your energetic near past is Berkana. Berkana is that blessings, beginnings, how are you nurturing things coming into question, familial style type of nurturing, what is beginning to take root in your life, what is starting anew, and how are you nurturing that. And let's get a card of clarity. So this is a blessing or a challenge of this aspect. But I see you with this 10 of Shields or 10 of Pentacles here with this beautiful energy moving forward in your path. So this is great. This is a very abundant, secure kind of energy. I feel you're feeling very blessed here in your very near energetic past. This is beautiful energy to come from. So that's a good confirmation there. Needs, constraints, limitations, kind of slaying those as you go along, or maybe balance in perspective of wants versus needs, limitations versus actual limitations, and perceived ones, which are what? Fears, right? Overcoming fears and being able to nurture and getting into that new great beyond with your abundance and your belonging and your new beginning here in your energetic recent past. So what's in your energetic now here, Libra? Yeah, your vector of victory. How are you grounded and sticking up for others, sticking up for yourself, sticking up for what is right, what is just, what is true, what is good? This is like your rune, Libra. This is very much like the built-in scales of Libra's scales of justice, of energy, of divine justice. What is true, what is good, right? What is balanced for you? This is showing up for yourself in that daily due diligence work. This is showing up for yourself in that, and for others, and not becoming a martyr out of it. Remember the god Tyr here in this that is represented with this rune. He sacrificed his arm to stave off Ragnarok. So you don't want to necessarily be a martyr in this energy, but this is a beautiful energy to be in right now, that vector of victory and that dedicative kind of energy. This is a rune, the card of judgment, to clarify right now, and it's in reverse. So not really, maybe this is a challenge of showing up for your inner calling, showing up for your soul's calling, and really sticking up, or maybe being rigid towards something else. Or maybe this is actually succumbing to a martyrdom kind of an energy here. Let's get a rune of clarity here for that. That's interesting with judgment reversed. And this is with your energetic now, looking for that spiritual recharge, okay? But maybe not wanting to take that journey with that soul's calling. I think this is maybe a challenge here with that aspect. Maybe you're challenged with this aspect here in the past, or maybe you're so blessed with this aspect in your past, you just want to keep that going instead of answering that calling, like in how you can invest this new or this beautiful energy and how to perpetuate it, right? So this is the rune of the horse. This is Evaz. This is that pilgrimage kind of energy, or journey kind of energy, or that spiritual recharge kind of energy. So how are you showing up for yourself in your daily life? How are you showing up for others in your daily life? Are you, it doesn't look like you're really answering your calling. Maybe you're looking at the challenges of answering your divine calling, and going on that journey to be able to be on your vector of victory, to stick up for what is right, what is true, what is good. King of Swords reversed here in your future. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to shuffle that back in. I do pre-shuffle these. So I went out of turn and I checked myself before I wrecked myself on this here, Libra. Apologies for that slight hiccup there. Let's get the rune for the next a little bit of your energy is here. So in your near future is what I mean to say. This is the god Ing's rune, Ingwas. This is beautiful divine masculine healing work, like a lesson in that divine timing, knowing without guessing, being secure in the stability of this irreversible rune, of knowing the seed will open at the right time. It'll grow roots down at the right time. It will grow above ground at the right time and produce fruit, knowing without guessing, responding without reacting, healing aspects of ego, therefore the divine masculine kind of rune there, being a lot more stable in your energetic near future. I think you're probably patching things up as far as this goes, but we will get more into the influence and your advice here in a little bit. Let's get a card of clarity here for this. This is 9 of Cups. Beautiful, fulfilling energy. You kind of want to take a freeze frame because you know you're at this beautiful kind of emotional fulfillment where you're celebrating with this beautiful sense of intuitive and emotional kind of reciprocity and celebration with being your authentic selves. I see Sawilo here is a very abundant rune here that's written on the card. This is about your abundance and your natural source energy and your authenticity. So this is beautiful with that emotional kind of fulfillment energy. You're knowing that you're not 100% the way complete yet, but this is a beautiful kind of a knowingness of where you are right now. Yeah, this is awesome because Augie's here, the elk rune, kind of affirms your faith here. This is the elk rune with the built-in divine connection and protection, and also very, very grounded energy. So just knowing that you're divinely protected and connected, you have the built-in divine defense. And you're very stable in this energy here in the near future. Very abundant too, and it looks like you're shifting aspects of abundance, kind of repairing, I think, of what this not answering the call, or maybe kicking yourself in the butt. Maybe you're wallowing in a little bit of grief here with a missed opportunity or something in the past. Here, let's look at this. What's influencing you? Feeling stuck, frozen, rigid, maybe repeating life lessons, or maybe just needing to kind of go within for that clarity. Kind of go within, let the ice freeze over the deep lake and get that emotional depth of clarity. Needing to like take some you time, or being challenged with that, like a pause in your life, or feeling kind of stuck or stagnant. Well, maybe this is why. Maybe that's why, right? So this is, yeah, the Hierophant reversed here. Yeah, you haven't been listening to that divine communication. You have not been going within and listening, being present with yourself. It looks good on the outside, but maybe not the inside here, Libra. So again, how are you showing up for yourself? How are you spiritually recharging, right? Are you becoming a martyr, like kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy out of this? Or what? So let's look at the rune here for clarity for this. My apologies. So this is maybe unknown, hesitant, because this is something unknown that you're going into. This is the Gambler's Cup of Pertho. This is like initiation or rite of passage, or shift in perspective, an initiation that way. It could be a pregnancy. It could be the birth of something new. In this new beginning, the birth of a new way of being, a new business, a new partnership. Take that how it resonates. Yeah. So this is interesting, where it's kind of like not, you haven't been listening to the divine guidance. You just kind of went, or maybe you are challenged with this new beginning and needing to go within. Yeah, listen to that. But really, the Hierophant reverse and Judgment here reversed. This is like very much that you have your ears over your head going, la, 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 I can't hear you, I can't hear you. And you're doing that to divine source, where you know where your abundance is and where your emotional success is. But I think you're being challenged a lot right now with your divinely guided path. And it's almost like you're reluctantly being the hero of your journey, reluctantly. I don't know why. Maybe because it's not comfortable. Growth is not comfortable, Libra. So take it where resonates here, leave what doesn't. But your advice for right now is to go within for that clarity. Notice that you are in that things need to change, that you are needing to transmute these energies. This is the rune of day, Dagaz, is the dawning of the new day. So transmuting energies from night to day or day into night. However you want to look at it, right? It's irreversible. And this is you in the middle, like the Temperance card in the tarot, having these dichotomy type energies and knowing what to do with them, identifying false dichotomies in your life as well, but also being the fulcrum and the balance to the scale here, where everything and nothing exists simultaneously with these energies, and being able to transmute and really go within for that stillness with the hourglass tipped on its side for that infinite clarity. Definitely needing that chrysalis, that butterfly emerging out of the chrysalis. You know you're never going to be the same again. I know it's a little bit kind of in your head about a lot of this stuff, but you are going to be more emotionally fulfilled and into this in the near future when you're doing this in healthy ways. Right there you had like outer abundance, I think. Yeah. And maybe you're looking at maybe aspects of maybe not or reluctantly answering, maybe just being hesitant on your divinely guided path because it's new to you. You haven't been this mature in your spiritualness before, or something like that. Maybe Libra, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Ace of Wands clarifies with Dagas here. Now is the time to start doing the stuff. I feel like we've been doing this for the last few weeks, Libra, in your readings. Why are you still getting this message? Because you're covering your ears to divine and going la 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 la, not listening to the judgment, not listening to the Hierophant. You know, those are in reverse here. Here you have the Ace of Wands upright for what to do right now. Manifest that, do the darn work. It's time to get into that manifesting with that clarity, with the awareness. This isn't like an aha moment, but this is like a dawning, like an acceptance of a new way of thinking, of doing, of understanding, of being, of identifying. So yeah, the Ace of Wands is saying now is the time. Do it now. Get your ears off of your hands off of your ears and start listening to divine. Step forward with that momentum into what's healthy for you. Urus, the Aurochs rune here, the ox, the grounded energy that has that downward hill momentum. It is going to be a little slow to start off with, but you will gain that momentum and it will become like riding a bike to you. The more you do this and the more divinely guided and healthy each next step is, because as you gain momentum, that each next step is that much more important. But I kind of also want to say here too that very first step that you're doing, Libra, that is the most vital, the most important. That's that decision to do the thing. Or maybe you've already decided and you've hesitated on doing this work. Okay, but you're definitely are being told to make sure that your steps are healthy and that your transformation is in divinely guided ways, and that you need to start doing the work right now, however this resonates here for you. All right, in your outcome here, we have, look at that, you get your abundance here in the outcome. This is Fehu. Y'all, I can't make this stuff up. These are two big runes of abundance here, but Fehu is like pulling down that abundance instead of seeking it elsewhere outside, like chasing it and getting distracted off your divinely guided path. Here you're grounded and you're calling in that abundance because you started doing this. Libra, you are probably overthinking it and thinking it's going to be this big long thing, and you're projecting an outcome and a path already before even making that first step. How do you know? Because other people's experiences, because you might have done it before in the past? Well, it isn't right now, is it? It isn't you, is it? I mean, be you, pull in that abundance. You got this. This is that cattle rune of abundance where, yeah, you're going to have healthier aspects of what abundance is for you. And you're going to be feeling a lot more abundant here in your near future. You're going to be a little bit more protective of it looks like, too. Not really squandering it. But you're going to very much be in your Four of Shields or Four of Pentacles. You're going to be protective of this abundance. Now, just the warning there is just not to be ego-ridden with this. Like, don't burn your ship just because, just so it won't fall into the wrong hands kind of energy. Sometimes we need to share our abundance, okay? So this is you protecting that abundance, though, here in the future. But I see you kind of celebrating that for a moment. Maybe that's why you're protecting it, because this is a new, very rare thing for you, Libra. Let me know in the comments below how that resonates. Like, Four of Pentacles is usually kind of like a miserly or needing to kind of go within and make sure the abundance cautiousness is there before proceeding forward. So making sure that this is all grounded, right? And coming from divinely guided, right? Divinely guided ways. In your clarification of this, though, is your rune of joy, abundance, of that bliss, that celebration energy. This is Wound Joy, the client flag of success after trial. So yes, make that first step. Look at the way you get the joy and abundance with that kind of cautiousness kind of built in with it. But that's, I think, you still kind of healing with those wounds with abundance. Being able to trust in divine flow. And I see you still working on that and building on your faith. Yeah, healing your divine masculine as a result. Yeah, feeling a lot more emotionally fulfilled here in your near future. This is beautiful for you, Libra. I'm really happy for you, but really got to listen up and do this. Stop. Get your dang head out of the sand and start doing the work. Okay, I'm going to stop lecturing you. Celtic Spirit Oracle deck for a card of clarity. These are messages straight from source for you with a Celtic Spirit twist. All right. This is 34. Standing stones, ancestors, gateways, and sacred is what this says. You are not the only one to get this card, but this is also with the number 34 there. 3 and 4 is 7. This is a spiritually connective number. Spiritually connective, okay? This is like you finally listening to the call, right? And listening to spiritual advisors, right? And finally applying it, making sure it's done in transformative, divinely guided, divine alchemy kind of ways. We're going to look up more information about this card as soon as I can find it in the book and not be distracted with the whole wanting to color it in already. This is a beautiful card for you. And again, at the bottom it says ancestors, gateways, and sacred. All right, now the standing stones are found in many locations all over the world. Many theories abound of what their uses were, and many agree that they are sacred places where one could make contact with the ancestors. Now, Libra, all those that have gone before us have gone back to the earth, taking with them all the lessons they learned and becoming a group of collective energy. Standing stones are seated within the earth and above the ground, many containing quartz, which is known to be an amplifier of energies and one to help with two-way communication with the spirit world. Standing stones may be dolmens or gateways, and some are burial tombs. Regardless of what shape they're in, the energy suggests their sacredness and gateways to other dimensions. In journeying, I've often come across spirals carved in the stones, and if I place my hand on them, I'm transported into a different location. They are definitely portals of some type and hold incredible energy. So Libra, on drawing this card, you are being beckoned to contact the elders or ancestors. Guidance from those that hold the knowledge that you have not yet come to understand yourself. They may be living or past, and they may be your direct lineage or from the group collective. It means a time for seeking knowledge to help you with making a decision or working with or on an issue that really has you chasing your tail. When we find ourselves on a merry-go-round and we can't seem to find a way off, it usually requires a different perspective and outside guidance. From a place in nature, where will you not be disturbed? Oh yeah, find a place in nature, Find a place in nature where you will not be disturbed. Place your hand on the ground or hold a stone in your hand. Ask the wisdom of the ancestors to help you work through with what needs to be addressed. Ask for their guidance with the help of looking and for something even from a different angle for them to help you grow in some way. Remember that one day you too will be an elder, and as you draw to your life lessons that make you wise. All right, so Libra, you can now also travel to sacred standing stone sites. You can just do that literally. This could be a message to do that around the world, either physically or spiritually. Meditation or journeying, where you take your spirit or consciousness to the site, can yield incredible results. You're not limited by your body, or your physical body rather, and you can travel to these places at any time, bathe in their healing energies, and talk to the spirits that reside there. Namaste. Have a blessed and abundant week.